don't want it to end. I guess I should clarify what I'm talking about. Although you are my muse, I'm sure you know what's going on in my head. But I'll explain anyway. I'm about to write the last chapter of For Whom the Reap Tolls, which is the third book in the Reaper series. Now, before I say this, I did... The publisher, Devil Dog Press, did agree that this series, the trilogy, what was originally a trilogy, is going to go on. But I don't want this third book to end. I'm not ready for it. And I think that maybe that has to do with the fact that this is the first time in my career as a writer that I have written 3 books in a row in the same series. So for the last 6 or so months, I have been living with Grimm and X and Amnesia and Darthaniel and Fate and Judgment and all the gang. That's all I've been living with. And so I know I've got about 3,000 to 5,000 words left, and I have to say goodbye to them for a while, and I'm just not ready for it. I have so thoroughly enjoyed writing this series so far, and I almost hate to say this because I love writing all of my books, but I may have enjoyed writing this series more than any other. And I don't really know why. I know why. First and foremost, this was the first series that I've ever had a publisher take on, and so it's very special to me. And Devil Dog Press is very special to me as well. But at the same time, it's also these characters and this universe. A part of me wants to say that this universe is the most viable one I've written for the largest audience. And that includes the possibility of television or movies. And so you take all of that and put it together, and it makes for a real challenge to let go. And I know what I'm writing next. I have to write the sequel to The Dark Seduction, which is great because I just went through the first one and gave it my what I'm calling the second edition treatment. And in fact, I just uploaded the ebook file to Amazon. I'll do the paperback later. So I'm ready to write that, but at the same time, it's just, I know I'm going to be anxious to get back to the Reaper series, and I don't know when I'm going to do that. I don't know. We haven't kind of fleshed out the details on when they're going to want more of those books for Devil Dog Press, but man, Muse, you've really you've made it challenging this time. You've given me such a great universe and some great characters this time that I don't want to write anything else right now. But I have to move on, and knowing that I'll come back. So I'm going to write the sequel to The Dark Seduction. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I know I want to write the third book in the steampunk series. I know I want to write the sequel to Among You. I've got to get a zombie book in there somewhere. Got to get the next book in the iZombie series. I don't even know what it's called yet. In fact, I'm gonna have to go back, and it's been a while since I've written in that series. That's what happens when you have a lot of series you write about. But I guess this is a good problem to have. I have too many series. Not too many series. I have a lot of series to write. And that's just because of you. You bombarding me with so many great ideas. You gave me this great idea. In 2018, I'm planning on finally submitting to the big 6 publishers. And you gave me this great idea. And it's a great idea that should the big 6 publishers not want it, I can, with a flip of the switch, I can make it the sequel to Punk Ass Punk. So there's so much in front of me. And, you know, and at the same time, I'm doing these second edition not rewrites, but treatments for all the books, and it's cool times, you know, and it's interesting because so many of my peers coming to me, you know, bemoaning the state of publishing and mostly the state of sales, because they're pretty poor right now. But so it's really hard to get excited from that perspective. So what you have to do as an artist is you have to find something to get excited about. And if you can manage to dig your fingers into something like this to get excited about it, the idea of re-releasing your books in a second edition format, so that you are constantly trying to improve your work, or just the idea of upping your game and submitting to yet another arena. You know, find something to get excited about as an artist, because, to be quite honest, book sales are out of our control for the most part, outside of, you know, doing everything we can to promote and, you know, and creating the best product we can. You know, there are issues that are out there that just we can't change. You know, and Amazon itself is constantly in flux, and we don't know what they're going to do next. So, you know, for a long time, people were trying to game the algorithms, but you can't. You simply can't. And the second you think you've got the algorithm figured out, Amazon will change it. And so you're back at square one. So why waste your energy trying to figure all that out? And instead, put all that energy into a creative outlet and improve your craft, or you know, go back through your work and give it a second edition treatment, or whatever. Just find something to get excited about right now. And, you know, I'm glad, I'm lucky. Not only am I lucky that I have such a fantastic muse that gives me these great ideas, but I'm lucky that I have found those things that are necessary in order for me to get excited about the future, about my future, about future works and possibilities. So, you know, and already at the moment, the climate for artists in this country, in the United States, is so bleak, and I see it all over. Artists just not knowing what to do and falling under this heavy weight of depression. So reconnect with your muse, artists, like I have with my muse. I never lost connection, so there really wasn't a reconnect. But reconnect with your work, reconnect with your craft and your process. Get excited about something. Otherwise, it's going to take you down, and you are going to cease productivity. Right, muse? Right. So, anyway, all that to say, I am going to finish this book. Probably in the next 3 or 4 days. It'll be done. I thought I was going to have it done this week, but I just don't want it to end. So I keep not procrastinating, because I've been cranking out every night, but, you know, I'm extending it a little bit to not let it go. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Thank you, Muse, from the bottom of my heart. You rock. Boom, you rock. And let's keep going forward, because that's what we got to do.